YouTube. How's it going? It's your boy Random Nade. I don't know why I do a different intro every time. I guess I haven't found one that I liked yet. And it is currently 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been trying to sleep since 9 o'clock and it has not yet worked out for me. But a little bit about what we're going to be doing today. I've been getting a lot of requests to show the different maps and playstyles for competitive, and how to hold spawns and how to get cutoffs for different game types and things like that. So I figured I'd start out with Slums and show you guys the spawn points and the anchor points and everything for both capture the flag and hardpoint at one time. So I got Dross here helping me. Luckily he was online, one of the only people online at 2 o'clock in the morning. So luckily for me that he was online, and yeah, he's volunteering, so thanks, Ross. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. I've actually, there's been quite a few people that have left comments in a few of my videos requesting that I do this, so that's the primary reason. A lot of my friends mostly know the cutoffs and everything like that, but for those of you who do not, hopefully this will help. So basically we're going to be doing CTF first, and when you spawn on this side of the map, this is considered the bad side by most people. And the reason being is because it's harder to spawn trap from spawning on this side than it is on that side over there. But what you want to do is, when you're on that side, you want to push up and take control of this garage right here. Because if you're not taking control of this garage, then they're going to be spawning right here in this back alley, and you don't want them to do that. But if you do have control of the garage, then Dross, I'm going to kill you real quick and watch where you spawn. But if you do have control of this garage right here, so you notice I'm cutting off his spawn point, then he is going to spawn right over here. He's either going to spawn right there, which most of the time he won't, because you're going to have a guy in either blue or right here. But most of the time he'll spawn right here in this little cubby. So that allows you to have your teammates having control of the garage, and you can stand right here and get the cutoff and spawn kill them as they spawn. And they'll just keep pouring right out of that little front entranceway right there, allowing you to get the cutoff and allowing your teammate to run the flag all the way back to your base. Now keep in mind, if there's not somebody in this garage watching, there's a spawn point I believe like right here, and another spawn point's right here in this back alley. If there's not somebody in this garage watching this spawn point, then they're gonna spawn in that back alley. So you definitely want to have somebody in here pulling the flag and then running back through to your base. And they can either run, I wouldn't recommend running through grave, because if your guy goes down in grave, then all they got to do is come up and shoot you. So I would recommend either going all the way down through bricks like this and cutting up, or going all the way around. You can cut through middle if you have that guy that's surely staying alive right there. Another way that you can spawn trap them is right here from blue. I don't like this way though, because they also have a head glitch right there behind that dumpster, so it makes it real easy for them to pop out and shoot you real quick as Dross is going right there. See, they could pop out and pop you off real quick. So I wouldn't recommend doing it from here. It's much easier to do it from over here at grave. Now, as for this side, if your team's spawning on this side, this is considered the good side of the map to make pulls anyways, and the other side is supposed to be the defensive side because it's harder to pull. So you definitely want to make most of your pulls on this side of the map so that you can play defense on the other side. So the objective on this side of the map is for your team to take control of this blue side of the map, because there's a spawn point right here and there's a spawn point right here. So if I have control of this blue side of the map like I do right now, then Dross is going to spawn right over here. right there. Well, he didn't that time. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this. I guess because we're playing 1v1. Hell, I don't know. But anyways, he's going to spawn exactly right there. So that allows you to have a teammate right here behind this cop car head glitching, killing them as they spawn. See, they're going to spawn right there where Dross is right now, and they're going to pop out, and you're going to kill them like that. And you can sit here behind this cop car and pick off the entire team as they spawn, allowing you to get the cutoff so that your teammate can run the flag all the way back to your base. So that's a pretty easy way. You can also, if you want, you can stand right here. I don't recommend that too much, because if they do, whenever your teammate pulls the flag and gets through blue, then they are going to spawn right here on their flag, so they can just come up right behind you and pop you off. But as soon as you notice that you don't have anybody on blue, then you can turn around off the cop car, come right up here to this dumpster, and start picking them off again. So it makes it pretty simple that way. But definitely, guys, CTF is a game that's...
Check your timeline.
I'm trying to think of the word that's more methodical. You want to pick a couple people off and push up slowly. Or a lot of people like to pick everybody off and then push up as fast as they can. But a lot of times you're going to get caught in them spawning, and one's going to be sitting right here watching their cutoffs so that they can't. So that you can't come up and spawn trap them. So I would definitely just recommend that if you're not used to it yet, to just do it slowly. Get 4 people down and then push up. And that way you can push up and push up and push up and make sure that your teammates have control of the map.
Halftime.
So that's going to be about it for CTF. We're going to go ahead and end this game and jump into a hardpoint game so that I can show you guys the various anchor spots and various cutoffs for hardpoint on Slums also.
Stand down. It's a draw.
Definitely another thing about CTF, you have to win your gunfights. As soon as they get 2 or 3 players down, always be looking for them to make that spawn trap. Because as soon as they get 2 or 3 players down, they know that they can push up and get you in that spawn trap. And if they do, it's so hard to break. I've been caught in it before, and it's tough. What I would recommend doing is if they get you in that spawn trap, put on a smoke class, throw that smoke out, and then cut all the way back and double back to your flag to make sure that nobody's pulling the flag or to try to cut off that flag runner. That's about the only thing that I can recommend, because that's the only thing that you can do. Now, for hardpoint, it's a little bit different.
Capture the objectives.
This first hardpoint's going to be in the middle on the statue. I'm running up here right now to show you guys. I'm sure most of you probably already know, but it's going to be right here.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
And what I would recommend doing for this one is to have 2 people on the point. And either 2 or 1, whichever you guys like to do. Having one guy over here at bricks watching your brick way. Either they can be over here at bricks with an AR, or they can be on the point right here, or they can even just kind of rotate back and forth right here looking through the van window, or right here at this thing, just to get these cutoffs. But the most important thing about hardpoint is that you want to keep this spawn over here, because that way you have access to the next hardpoint very easily, which is going to be right here. So a lot of teams you're going to see are going to want to cut through blue right here, because they don't have to go through you to get there. So you always want to have a guy in blue.
Hardpoint identified.
A lot of people like to stand right here and head glitch, but it's pretty easy to pick you off with an AR from the back of the map. So, I mean, I would recommend just kind of laying down in here watching it if you're playing a good team. If you're not playing a good team, just kind of run around, cycle back, and that way you can watch your team through this little cutout right here and watch your blue to make sure nobody's coming through. Now, the next hill is going to be right here, of course. And I would recommend having a Slayer or 2 up there, 1 in the hard point, and then, yeah, see, Dross has got the idea. This is the anchor spot for the next hill. As long as you have a teammate back here in this little spot, then your team's going to spawn back here. So you can head glitch right here. What I've been liking to do is blowing up this car right here and head glitching behind this car. Because a lot of people are going to look for you right here, and they'll just wall bang you or head glitch behind the cop car and take you out. So if you're
Hardpoint
behind this little
identified.
red car, they can't get to you as easily. So you can pick them off as they come through. A lot of teams will come up this side and throw a smoke and then run through these little pillars right here. It's kind of hard to defend. Like I say, just use cover. I mean, that's the best thing that you can do. Or even if they start pushing you really hard, get behind this red car right here and pick them off before they can get back there. Most important thing about the anchor is you do not need to die. Very important, because if you die, then they get control of this spawn, allowing them to flood this point so easily. So just stay alive, let your teammates know if there's a bunch of them rushing you, and don't get into a gunfight unless you absolutely have to, unless you absolutely know that you can win it. Very important for an anchor. Now this next hill is going to be one anchor setup for both this hill, which is going to be
Hardpoint
after
identified.
this hill over here, because the hill before that one was this one. So I would recommend having a Slayer up here, just kind of checking back and forth from grave to blue. And you can also have a Slayer over here hanging out in the garage so that they don't come up this way and push your anchor. And then your anchor spot for both these hills is going to be back here on Fountain. Now these head glitches right here, some people still don't know about these head glitches. So if you come over here, like Dross, come over here and get on this head glitch right here. I'll show you guys what it looks like from out in the street. If I'm pushing this anchor back here, see, Dross is on that head glitch right there. I can't even see his head. But can you shoot me, Dross? See, I can't even see his head. But he can easily take me out. So that head glitch is
Hardpoint
very
identified.
hard to die off of. That's the only place I would recommend anchoring for these two hills. Just stay on that head glitch. But you also have to be aware of people pushing all the way around on this side. So just make sure that you're watching your right and you're straight. And make sure that nobody's coming in the side window of the hill and the back door of the hill so that your teammates can stay alive from the back end. And this hill, guys, pretty monumental hill. You know, have a Slayer up here, kind
Hostiles
of
at the
running back and
hardpoint.
forth through grave, checking over there, grave, and then up here. A lot of people like to lay down and wait for people to come to them and take them out. And then also I would recommend having a guy in the hill and then one this back alley, because that way, if you have one back alley, pretty much like a support runner, then they can take out anybody trying to come to the hill or anybody pushing your anchor back here. So pretty easy, guys. As long as you do the things that I say,
Hardpoint identified.
I believe that it should be a pretty easy win for you. Not pretty easy. You're going to play some good teams that are going to push that anchor really fast. And the most important thing about Hardpoint is the anchor. Like I said, you just can't die. So just stay alive as best you can, communicate with your team, and you should be able to pull out a victory. But hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. I don't know which map I'm going to do next. Maybe Raid or Express or something. I don't think that I need to do S&D. If you guys want to see S&D and setups and stuff like that, just let me know, and I'll try to do my best to get that to you. But yeah, so I'll bring you another one of these probably next week or something, and
Hostile UAV
hope you
above.
enjoyed it. And you too. We'll see you later.